Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gap Major, and this is a review of the Pan-Asian Tier 7 Premium Destroyer, the Luoyang, available as one of the choice rewards at the end of the Element of Choice campaign, which will cost you 2,500 doubloons in regards to average backing. Now you will be able to purchase the other choice, so you pick one, and you will be offered the ability to purchase the other choice for 17,500 doubloons. So Luoyang, I think most people are going to go, well, isn't that a Benson class destroyer? In fact it is. In fact it's even better, I guess you could say. It's the USS Benson herself. Now Luoyang was loaned to the Republic of Chinese Navy, that's the non-communist part of China, in 1954, where she served until 1974, where she was then removed from the, or stricken from the list and scrapped in 1975. So, this is a legendary tier and tier 7 game of domination on shards. On the enemy team we have a Luoyang, a Udalo, a Fletcher, a Gearing, Charles Mattel, Alaska, Bismarck, Iowa, Yamato. Spawning on the left flank, and the left flank has been a little bit slow in acting, I guess you could say. They definitely have taken their sweet time to manoeuvre up here. Now we do see a Udalo there, but I don't really want to be engaging the Udalo from here. I want to try and drag the Udalo round into the centre if I could, like that. And then I want to engage him like this. I've already used one launcher. And there we go. Right, what's next? We have an Iowa trying to close in. But I suspect the Iowa will probably try and nip around the corner. At least that's what I would do in an Iowa. But we do have torpedoes ready, we do have a large smoke screen. He probably will be able to detect us at 3 kilometers with the auto detect, so if I back it up, I might be alright. Loose those torpedoes. Loose those torpedoes. Starts of these games are always incredibly adrenaline filled, I guess you could say. Looks like the Iowa managed to speed up rather quickly. We're now lit up by the sonar of the Bismarck, so I'm going to try and isolate myself from the Bismarck. And this is turning more into a let's play rather than a review so far, because it's just been a bit adrenaline filled. So, aiming for the superstructure of the Iowa. Iowa's finally noticed me, I guess you could say. Oh boy. Right, Bismarck's got us in auto-detect range, so we are going to try and hoof it around the corner and then get into the cap and get away from the Bismarck. And then we can think about actually looking down our notes and talking about the Luoyang. So, survivability in comparison to the Tech Tree Tier 7 destroyers, what are we looking at? Second lowest base HP of 16,100, second to the Kagero for worst place. In regards to armour scheme, obviously typical tin can armour scheme, not going to be surviving much, I guess you could say, and no torpedo bulge, which should be quite obvious, I guess you say. In regards to artillery, 4 number 5-inch guns mounted in 4 number single mounts. So we have A turret, B turret, superfiring up front. Furthermore, we have X turret, superfiring over Y turret at the rear. Now, these do have the joint third shortest range of 10.8 kilometers. Basically, on par with the Lightning, I guess you could say. Second fastest reload of 3.3 seconds, seconds to the Fletcher and the Akazuki in joint first place. Joint fastest turret reverse speed of 5.3 seconds per 180 degrees of rotation, same as the Fletcher. Average HE damage of 1,900 per shell, lowest fire chance of 5%, and the joint second lowest AP damage of 2,200 per shell. In regards to DPMs, this looks quite reasonable, I should say. Fourth highest HE DPM, which is, I guess, quite nice. That does mean, obviously, you can fight it with some of the DDs. Worst fire chance, though, or worst fires per minute, really, and also the fourth worst AP DPM. Now, that AP really not shining through. Torpedoes, we have some options, I guess you could say. The base torpedoes have a 9.2 kilometer range, which is pretty average, I guess you could say. But you've got two quintuplet launchers in both cases, mounted in the centre line, with obviously wide and narrow options in regards to their spread. Now, the base torpedoes have 109 second reload, which is the third slowest, do 11,600 damage each, which is the lowest, have a joint shortest attack ability of 1.1 kilometers, and are the slowest at 55 knots. However, they will give you a base stealth torpedo range of 2.3 kilometers benefit. Now, you can swap these out for a torpedo module, Mark 31s, which are only 6.7 kilometers range, so against a fully upgraded Tier 7 destroyer, they are the shortest range. Obviously, if you want to take into the Tashkent's base torpedoes of only 4 kilometers, you could say the second shortest, but 6.7 kilometers doesn't give you a lot of wiggle room. Now, these do have 122 second reload, which is the joint worst, 16,633 damage each, so that's the joint third lowest, 1.4 kilometers detection, which is the slightly better than average, and a 68 knots speed, I should say, which is the second fastest, but this will have a detrimental stealth torpedo range of 0.2 kilometers base. So that's your base attack ability versus the range of these torpedoes. So your attack ability is larger than the range of these torpedoes base. As obviously before you add commander skills, camouflages and inspirations, like I should say, and modules. Okay, that poor thing got mulched up. So we got a Lo Yang to hunt somewhere. No idea where he is. Well, there's a smoke screen right there, so that's quite a potential, I guess you should say. Manoeuvrability wise, joint third fastest at 38 knots. Oh. Oh, we're not backing up. That's my mistake. There we go. Oh, I didn't even get to finish the review. Well, I meant to say joint third fastest at 38 knots, second smallest turn circle of 570 meters, and the joint fastest rudder shift of 2.7 seconds. Concealment, fourth best by sea, 6.9 kilometers, air detectability of 3.5 kilometers, and detectability when firing smoke of 2.6. Consumables, I do apologise for this. Usually I don't let it run all the way through to the end here. So obviously you have smoke screens. So you have two smoke screens, 28 second duration, how long it takes to lay a smoke screen, 124 second dispersion, that's how long it sit around for, and 240 second reload. And then your other module you can choose between 2 engine boosts or 2 sonar. In regards to engine boost, that improves your engine speed by 8%, taking your base speed up to 41.04 knots for 120 seconds with 180 second reload. And sonar, this is probably definitely the feather in the cap of the Lo Yang. So you can detect ships at 5.4 kilometers, torpedoes at 3.8 kilometers, 90 second duration, and 180 second reload. So how do we do that? 100 hits on target, only the one torpedo, one ship destroyed, which is at the very end, 2 incapacitations, 2 fires, 1 capture, 4 detection ribbons with 72,000 damage. Coming in with first on the team with a ship XP of 2,418, so obviously that includes a 1.5 multiplier, so I'm quite happy with that. In regards to the economy, walking away with a total of 263,000 credits. That is obviously with a premium count and a rare credit booster. And so what I'll do is I will just quickly pop back to the port and we'll have a look at the ship here while I continue. Obviously she comes with a Titanite camouflage, so that's permanent camouflage, so that's always quite helpful. In regards to the commander build and the modules, always will be down in the description. However, in this case I've taken Aim Systems Module 1, Propulsion Module 2, Concealment Systems Module 1 and Main Battery Module 3. While the ship still continues to load in due to obviously being on the PS4 and the PS5, we can take a look at the Type 9 permanent camouflage. I guess there's one potential point of controversy, obviously, or two maybe. At the moment, there's no national voice for Pan Asia, so you don't get any voice commands, which means maybe I should be playing it on common, really. The other potential point of controversy is the flag at the moment that is equipped to the ship is just a Pan Asian flag of a yellow dragon and a red background, rather than the Thailand flag. I'm not sure whether this is due to rules and regulations of gaming in China, or the People's Republic of China, the Communist China, or whether it's just Wargaming being a little lazy in this case. I haven't inquired too much about it, but it does give you a nice idea of the ship. My opinions on the ship, I really like her. I think she's a really nice hybrid destroyer. And potentially going to be my pick out of the two. Hence, I'm reviewing her first, really, I guess you could say. The Friesen's nice, as in like a gun bite, but I think the Luoyang, with that great universality of, yes, low damage, but reasonable range torpedoes, if you stick to the base torpedoes, reasonable gun capability, great sonar, the smoke's quite good too, your maneuverability is great apart from your speed's a bit low, I guess you could say. So all in all, this does get quite a high rating from myself and will certainly most likely be my choice at the end of the day due to her utility as a torpedo, being able to use torpedoes and guns, and also her hybrid nature, I guess you could say. Well, I'd like to say thank you to everyone if you have managed to watch this, and I hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. So always down in the description will be the modules that I've described, the commander build if that is of interest, along with the link to Patreon if you want to support the channel on Patreon, as it is a non-monetized channel, and also the email address to the channel if you want to send any of your own game captures for the community spotlight video. If you are a patron, again, thank you, and your names will be appearing on the end screen, and I'd like to say thank you to all the subscribers. Until next time, I'm the Gaff Major, and back to the port.
Hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the galloping major. Bumpity, 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 bump. Get out of the way there, you fellows, unless you want me to run you down. I guess this is the life. Now, hey, hey, clear the way, here comes the galloping major.